Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, my friends. It's your host, Svetlana Kim. Welcome to our program, To the Stars Through Adversity. Our guest is Stephen Hersey, known globally as Dr. Fitness USA, has many vital skill sets, but he always brings the same kinetic energy and a maestro's command to delivering exceptional results to all of his students. Dr. Fitness USA personally crafts every body design plan to fulfill the needs of each client, including the unique transformation requirements of men versus women. Talk to any of his legions of fans, from A-list celebrities and athletes to soccer moms and senior citizens, and they all tell you the same thing. Stephen Hersey, a.k.a. Dr. Fitness USA, stands alone as a body design mentor, master bodybuilder, teacher, and visionary. The body design formula is the answer, and only Stephen Hersey can give it to you. Welcome to the new paradigm in fitness consciousness. Please join me in welcoming Stephen Hersey, a.k.a. Dr. Fitness USA. Stephen, welcome to our program, and thank you so much for your time and being with us today.
Yes, I'm here.
Well, thank you so much, and welcome to our program. I absolutely love your energy, your presence, and I so enjoyed learning so much from you. Some of our listeners and some of my friends know that I completed yoga teacher 200-hour teacher training program. And I expected big changes in my body, and I've been practicing yoga since 1994, but really fully committed last 5 years. What I heard today, you said on the video, it takes 800 hours to change the body.
That is correct.
What a commitment.
You want to know how to keep that commitment?
That would be wonderful, including myself, even when I was working out 3 times a week. I learned from you that is just, it's great, but it's not enough. So if you can help us to stay motivated and commit ourselves to, you have clients who achieved this. They, trained with you 800 hours and plus.
Okay, sure, I can elaborate on that. Let's say I have an example. Rosita Tan is the most successful dentist in Marina Del Rey, California. I was looking for a new dentist, and let's move forward. I'm sitting in the chair, and I'm looking at this magnificent woman, and I look her in the face, and I tell her, you're a really strong woman. You ought to be doing my program. And she stands back, and she says, what are you talking about? I am exercising. I'm doing the bar method. So anyways, she bought my book, which is How to Lose Weight and Look Good with Strength Training. And she read it from cover to cover, something that she ordinarily wouldn't do. And then she came in for an interview into my office. And here's the thing. I told her not to bring her husband, who's not really much into taking care of himself. And after 3 hours of negotiation, I was able to change her mindset. And she did sign up on the program, even though her husband said that it will never happen. So now we have to fast forward, and out of that ensued a new book, Stronger Than Medicine. She's going into 2.5 years of doing my program. She had some injury, not from my program. She tore some shoulder muscles, and they suggested by 3 orthopedic surgeons that she had to have immediate surgery, which would have left her in a sling for 9 months. Well, you can check her out on YouTube / Dr. Fitness USA, and she explicitly says that she opted out of the operations to do my program And if you look at the video, you'll see she looks fabulous. She functions perfect. She demonstrates that she has no problem. My program gave her back her life. And after 2.5 years, the value of the program has grown extensively. So I have people that got involved in the program, and after 16 years, the program becomes even more valuable because the program is set up to be sustainable, and it's set up to energy system. All exercise programs are, come on, let's do more, let's work out. That's a performance-oriented system. My program teaches women never to do anything that's uncomfortable. So what happens is, in 20 minutes, we increase women's strength 20 to 30%, which controls brain function, connects the muscle-brain connection, and providing that they feel safe, we have an ergonomic system that supports their spine. And what happens is, as soon as they feel that strength surge, they immediately become quiet of the mind and very empowered. So what's going to ensue is they will have no problem finding at least one time a week to work out, because the workout will give them back 20, 30, 40, 50, 60%. With no trainers, feel really great, will quiet their mind and relieve stress on their nervous system, and it'll give them more time to set better standards for themselves, to learn to say no to loved ones in order not to hurt herself. In other words, they learn to stop giving continuously. They learn to pace themselves, and they learn to delegate authority. And they learn to be a better partner in relationships because they're more open-minded and more relaxed, because they haven't to release the stress that builds up in life.
Stephen, you said so many important, you shared so many important things. And I have one question for you, talking about, emotions. I'm so glad you're talking about that, because when you are stressed out or tired, you probably, working out should be on your top priority list, but for so many of us, including myself, I remember, I would say, no, I'm not going to work out today because I am tired. And then my personal trainer would say, that's one of the reasons, that's why you have to come to the gym if you're stressed out and tired. But I noticed that it took resistance in the beginning for me. It took about 4 weeks. And after that, my body, my mind, I was craving to go and work out because I had more energy.
Okay, let me ask you a question. When you went with your trainer, do you understand, this will come from women, did you understand what working with a trainer means?
No, I didn't know. You know what happened is my friend signed me up for this program. I had a wonderful trainer, personal trainer, Patrick in Washington, D.C. I did not know, and I'm so glad that you asked that question. And I think I was expecting results, but I didn't. Well, I had sessions with him 2 times a week. But now, watching your videos, I understand how naive I was. I had to emotionally be committed to myself, not to the trainer, not to the training, to myself. I had to have the desire to make that change and stick with the program.
Well, let me ask you a question. Okay, so we're going back to, this will help other women. We can talk about men, but that'll be another subject. What happens is women don't hear the words. Trainers work you out. Now, when you're at work and you have all this stress happening, you're in your intellectual mind. When you hire a trainer, you're entering into a system that's going to, you're already experiencing. Okay, they're not there to make you comfortable. They're there to work you out. So let me give you so what happens is when people start to work out, they create a program that creates a schizophrenic mind by creating a lot of different diversions in their exercise, but nothing that really grounds you into who you really are. So what happens is women will fall into the category of weight loss. They're not going to replace a fat cell with a muscular cell because they are not building real, true muscle development. To diversify is impossible. So, we'll use the example when you went into the gym with, and then the second thing is, I do research on which gym has the equipment to accommodate your body. So it's like you go into a shoe store, yeah, there's a lot of shoes, but maybe they don't fit your feet. So what happens is people go into a gym and they go, oh, it's fully equipped. Yeah, but maybe the equipment doesn't suit your body. Maybe it'll hurt your body. So when you went into the gym with the trainer, what would be the first thing you would do in the first 5 minutes?
I would look at the equipment. That's what I did. I said, can you take me around and show me the machines?
Okay, next, what happens if he gave you a program you were exercising that particular day?
Next one, he said, okay, I'll introduce you to 5 machines. And we did that, and he said, why don't you try? He showed me how position myself. Let's choose the leg press, okay? Because I said I need to firm my legs, and okay, so.
Oh, good. And okay, perfect.
So leg press, and then he adjusted my body, and then adjusted the weight for me.
Okay. And okay, in the leg press, there's 2 types of leg press. There's one what they call a plate goad. And there's one where they have a selectoroid. That means you put a pin in the weight.
Plate goat.
Plate goat?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're kind of like pushing up with it.
Yes.
Okay, so how much weight did you use?
I started with 25, very low.
Okay, 25. So there's 25 in each bar.
And my body weight is 136.
Okay, so what happens if I told you that if I developed a program for you, you went into the gym on your first day, you would be doing 375 pounds?
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Okay.
I ended program with 35 pounds.
So what you did was nothing. Absolutely wasted your time. One is your body. One is that the angle where your back rests on is probably incorrect. Second of all, you don't have a support system to put your vertebrae in the correct alignment. So when you press on the weight, there's 2 things that happen. Either the weights are too far away from you because, I don't know how tall you are, or when you press on the weights, your back flattens out and destroys all the natural curvatures of your back. So let me give you an example. A retired accountant comes in to see me by the dentist. 59 years old, small woman, maybe 110 pounds. So she's very attentive, and to make it short, I asked her, where have you been training? Well, I've been training at Planet Fitness, and I've been doing 9 months of personal training. Who did you go see? Oh, the guy down the street. Okay, so I tell her, okay, so you just wasted 9 months because the personal trainer has no equipment that could even accommodate your body part. You'll either pinch or you'll slip and slide in the machine, which he confirmed. So I found an amazing gym in South Bay. It's a brand new gym, and it's very organized. It's a multi-million-dollar gym that's super organized. That's Coast Fitness. And they have allowed me to do the body design routines there in the teaching session. So let me say, in 20 minutes, she's leg pressing 435 pounds. How do you explain that?
Incredible. I
know.
I don't know how you did it.
I do it. You see, people don't know how much weight they can really lift. Now, what's really important about that is not to build bulky muscles. What it does is it sends endorphins to your brain. It's a rush of endorphins and serotonin that send it to your brain that wake you up. And what happens is when you do it, there's an empowerment that goes over you. Because you are comfortable, because you know how to adjust the equipment, because you have a map that tells you the reps and sequences, and because you have the actual experience and you accomplished it, you will have no problem going to the gym by yourself and repeating the program. And when I spent about 26 hours developing the script to your body, and what will happen is once we teach the program, we need 3 sessions, and in each of those sessions, we need 3 hours, and then you will be placed in the gym no matter where you are in the world, and you will be able to train with no training.
What a great program. What a great concept, Stephen.
You can look up Beth Leone. She has a website.
Mm-hmm.
She's a 5th-degree martial arts expert. She looks like the little girl next door. She does empowerment groups for women. She's an amazing, amazing woman that helps women continuously. We've gone in the gym and done a photo shoot, very careful of her lower back. She's very, very scared to do anything for her lower back. Well, there's a transition, but they always say, well, I trust you, Stephen. It's kind of hypnotic. I built the engine. I built the program. I know what it does. I warmed up your body properly. I have her on video. You can check it on YouTube. She's squatting 150 pounds. And she
incredible.
That's it. And then they always say the same thing. That felt really great. So there's a revelation that whatever they were doing before wasn't working properly. Now, they have to follow my program because it's a prescription. They have to understand that.
Thank you. Stephen, can you talk about your 2 books coming up this fall?
We have revolutionary new books. One is called Feminine Body Design that explains every aspect to women so that they can be empowered. And also we have a revolutionary new book called Stronger Than Medicine. .com, and that's up and running, the trailer. Even feminineBodyDesign.com is up and running. It's an amazing research and development that Batista has undergone through the years. And like I said, she's been Batista was a professional performer. She's been to the gym 1,150 times. Now, you might ask, where does she get the time? It gives you more time. As a male, being in a relationship with her, she is energy galore. She can sit at the computer and compose and create videos and text and stories and cartoons. She can sit here, and she does, 12, 15 hours a day without moving because that's her passion, for 3, 4, 5, 6 days without moving. And then, as a male, you can see the stress and the age happening. It's like Frankenstein. And she'll automatically pick up the prescription that I made for her. Go to the gym by herself, and in 1 hour and 20 minutes, she comes back, and she is 15 years younger in her face and age and happiness, of course. Now she's ready to go to work again. But it's a mind-blowing experience to see the one you love aging prematurely and then all of a sudden having a formula to reverse that condition.
Wow, that is incredible. Can you talk about working out? Oh, there is a video you posted on YouTube about craving sugar. And can you talk about that? If when we work out more, do we crave sweet things less, or how does it work? And how does sugar affect our body?
Well, you don't want to have sugar. Once you have sugar, then you become addicted. Your blood level of sugar goes high, or you have a surge of energy, then it drops very quickly. There is a supplementation in the world of exercise that's quite excellent. That if you knew what to take, remember there's 10,000 vitamin companies trying to sell you supplements, and some will make you sick, men, and some are better for women. So if you know what to take, you can take supplement it just before you work out, 15 minutes before you work out. So let's say you're working and you have no time, you're stressed. All you have to do is take some supplements and look at my program, and in 15 minutes you'll be at the gym. You'll have plenty of energy. The energy is a different type of sugar that goes into the body that's like a carbohydrate, and as you go along in the exercise, your energy will start to multiply. It'll do the opposite of what a real piece of sugar really does. And if you have a sugar, and what you do is, we can give women a tip. You can take pure Hoodia, for people who are very addicted to sugar, 2 or 3 times a day, and it'll cut your desire for sugar to almost zero. In other words, being Jewish, I used to run across the street to Bristol Farm and delve into the UFC basket. I can, or eat pizza or meatballs. I can actually put my nose in those baskets, and I won't buy the sugar because I know what it does for me. It'll send you into nosedive. It won't feel leave you happy after. So there's a lot of things that a person can do. The thing is to have a coach and to have a program to be open to answering questions and being open to being guided. Not try to do it all on your own and being actually teachable, because there's 3 types of people. One says, I really want help and I want you to do all the work. The other one says, I really want help, but I'm going to sabotage whatever you try to do to help me. And that's the most popular column. And then the other one says, what do you need? Let's work together as a team and we'll search forward. But I find that women that have gone too much intellectual can't get back to the feminine aspect of who they really are. So my program creates the bridge that guides them safely across the brain-body connection, because the program addresses strengthening the nervous system and reverting your posture back to a natural, healthy position that once was thought to be impossible. I mean, chiropractors promise you to do this. That's a bit. They can relieve supplication. They can do a lot of different things to enhance your health, but they're not going to reverse your posture. That has to do with muscle building, and building muscles in alliance. So one of the things that I see a lot is that you have women that have sensational legs, but they don't have any education, so their upper body goes in a rounded form like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, which leads to disease, and they don't, or forward head positioning, which we correct. They don't realize that upper body shape could be changed to match the beauty of their legs. But they don't do that. They go towards yoga, which uses different muscle fibers, or they go to personal training or CrossFit. Once they go in that direction, you can't talk to them, because the reason you can't talk to them is because they don't realize it, but their body posture is closed down. That means if you look at a person and their chin is touching their chest, they're depressed. How can you talk to a depressed person? If they lift their chin up and ask for help, it's more doable.
Wow, thank you so much. What is the best way for our listeners to reach you, to follow you on social media?
They can go to YouTube/Dr. Fitness USA. They can join us on Facebook. They can go directly to the website and send us a note, or they can call 424-245-6560. By the way, the website is drfitnessusa.com. And they need to be open to be asking clarifying questions. No use reading all this material like most people do, and then they go back to where they were at in the first place. Because 4 things in life that hold women back is fear of rejection, abandonment, noise, and failure, or hurrying up. And women think that's really cool, hurrying up. That's a male attribute. That's tends usually women to a psychiatric coach. So we're looking for women who want to come on board, because I also own the International Institute of Body Design. I'm looking powerful women to get behind what it is that I'm doing to make things better for women. And also, we branched out and we been 12-step Gazette. We've been on the cover twice. We branched out into addiction and stress control because what happens is we strengthen the nervous system. So we get calls from all over the world wanting to know more about the work that we do. And I opened up the channel 2 that I have real marriage family therapists starting to teach my program, which is the first in the industry. And the first person in the world that created strength training programs for endometriosis to deal with their pain. There's a whole world out there that I'm asking for women to be supported. They go to YouTube, like our page, sign up. But more often than not, you start to ask questions and to actually go and dial the number and leave a message and be open to conversation. I don't promote CrossFit. I don't promote any of these home gyms, anything like that. So women will say, or CrossFit or exercise in the park, they'll say, well, we can't afford it. That's a total myth. Today, the gyms have programs. You pay almost $11 a month, but it'll be a proper environment to make progress. Doing exercise in the park will not give them the advantage of what I'm talking about today. It'll only get them older. And stop loving your trainer. I'm only interested about, I don't want anybody to love me or that type of nonsense. I want them to listen auditorially and see if it's a good deal. Now, you can tell how your trainer is. You know why? Because you could ask him, do you have something written down for me? You'll probably say no, right? Because he uses the confusion program. Okay, now, so it's untrackable. So now, you sit down, and supposedly they do write it down. So you write down, and then you just sit there, and you go to exercise 1, and you meditate on it. Very often not. You'll say, wow, that didn't feel really good. Oh, now let me go to exercise 3. That didn't really feel good. So you're involved in a program that doesn't make you feel very good, so why are you doing it? Because you did have a prescription that addresses the magnificence of who you are or can be. And stop going to the gym with your husband or your boyfriend. I see this all the time. They're doing the same exercise program. That's an insanity. I mean, your body compositions are totally different. Why are you doing glass routine? You can go to the gym with them, but don't do their routine. I see that all the time, especially younger people. It's kind of interesting. They're all doing this like, you ever see they're doing something like it's called a plank where they're resting on their elbows. They're spread on their elbows. Why are you on your elbows? It's insanity. Or a walking lunge. If you did that at Ralph's supermarket, they arrest you. Why are you doing these nonsensical things to your body? They make no sense.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you so much. The time flies when you have fun. We had such a great time with you. Our guest today is Stephen Hersey, known globally as Dr. Fitness USA. Please connect with him on Facebook. Visit his website, drdrfitnessusa.com. And we're looking forward to reading your book, Stephen, and wishing you continued success. And thank you so much for everything you do.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much again. And my friends, podcast will be available. Please forward to your friends. We all have to stay healthy, beautiful, and enjoy and live a life we design. So I just wanted to thank you so much for tuning in, for your support. And, of course, this program is available because we have incredible supporters and guests. And today is Stephen Hersey. Stephen, thank you so much again.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.